Oh, I don't know why that's on there. How do I take that off? Oh, my hands are so hot. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? Hey, how's everyone doing? Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. I haven't been live on here in so long. I'm trying to figure out how to like erase. Oh, here it is. Where it says like about the readings. Although I will do readings, but I don't want. Oh, I'm just gonna put that for now. Okay. Hi, guys. Oh my God. I have not been live on TikTok in ages. And I just wanted to come on here and say hi to everybody. And see what everybody's been up to. Hi, Tiffany. I literally haven't gone live in so long on here. And I was like, ooh, should I go live on TikTok and see what the people are up to? I also do have some decks. If anybody wants me to do little card pulls, I have some decks here as well. Or if you guys just wanted to chat. Should we see what aliens are with us? What aliens are with us right now? Let's see. I was like, I gotta bring the alien deck and see. Let's see what comes out from the alien deck. Ooh, Men in Black. Men in Black. Isn't that freaking funny? Stalking, intimidation, and confrontation. That is what we are all experiencing right now, right? We've got the Men in Black watching us. It's like everything that's going on right now. They're trying to intimidate us. Confrontation. That's all that's happening right now. Like the movie Men in Black with the aliens and disclosure and everything. So that's what's going on right now. All right, let's see what else we got from the alien deck. I love that that's what it started off with because it's so true. Oh, we've got the Merkaba, movement, long distance, travel, and excitement. So we are time traveling right now. So what's going on right now with everything is we are time travelers and we just forgot. We are ancient beings, okay? We've been here. We've done this a million freaking times. The Merkaba is used to time travel through time and space. So when you're meditating, you can picture yourself inside of the Merkaba and time travel to your desired timeline. So where it says movement, long distance travel, and excitement. That's what we're doing right now. We are traveling through time. Now, you guys know that Nikola Tesla, look at the energy. You know that Nikola Tesla already discovered that we have free energy. We do not have to be living in the way that we're living, but here we are. So if Nikola Tesla was able to find out that we have free energy, and when did he find this out? In the early 1900s? Let's look it up. When my laptop here, but my phone is plugged in. So sorry that it's like, there we go. When did Nikola Tesla, let's see when he was alive. Okay, so 1856 to 1943. Interesting. 1943. That's interesting because Christopher Columbus conquered Puerto Rico in 1493. So same numbers. Christopher Columbus conquered Puerto Rico in 1493 and Nikola Tesla died in 1943. And Christopher Columbus died on my birthday, May 20th. So I'm very connected. So if Nikola Tesla was able to discover that we had free energy by 1943 when he died, and we still are not using it, like, we're so behind. We're so behind. Oh, where did I put the Merkaba card? Oh, right here. We're so behind because we should be using the free energy. We shouldn't be living the way that we're living. And that's what I've been talking about for years. We should be so far ahead. So that is why all of the stuff that's going on in the world right now is happening, because we are going through this transition. Well, we've already gone through the transition, but this is what's happening right now. The shift from the 3D to the 5D. We've already left the 3D, but there are people in your life who I'm sure have chosen to stay in the old earth. And so don't think that there's any hope for them. They've chosen that timeline. That's their timeline. That's their journey. They want to stay in the old paradigm. But us over here, we've shifted into the new earth energy, 5D energy. We are time travelers. We know the truth. We know that we're ancient beings and we have everything in our hands. So let's see what else we got from the aliens. What aliens are with us right now, you guys? Did you just get on? Yes, I just got on. And I'm never live, so yeah. I just ate a bunch of food and sugar, so I was like, oh, let me go live. Oh, yes, the new preview for Hoppers. I saw it during the Super Bowl commercials. And it's about transferring of consciousness in animals. They literally put everything in our faces. What aliens are with us right now? Yes, I know. I never go live. I used to go live all the time. If you guys go on my YouTube, you guys can... I have a playlist of my lives, and you can watch them there, or you can listen to them on my podcast. They're also uploaded on my podcast. But that was back in 2022 that I used to go live all the time. Okay, not alien per se, but we did get crop circles, which this card always comes out every time I do a reading from this deck. Crop circles. Be on the lookout for crop circles. Disclosure Day. You guys know Disclosure Day is coming up this summer. Messages, curiosity, and signs. That's what we're going through right now. Look for the messages in everything. People are going to try to gaslight you and tell you that it's not that serious. Demi Lovato's tour. It's not that serious, okay? Or it's not that deep. What is her tour? It's not that deep. Okay, so they're trying to gaslight you that it's not that deep. You're thinking too deep. You're reading too much into it. Don't freaking go around looking for all the signs. But the signs are all there because this is a simulation. This is like a matrix. Okay, and so you wrote the story, and so you left yourself clues to your matrix, to how to break out of your matrix. Okay, so you got to look for the signs. So the signs, the symbols, the messages, they're all there. My nose is itchy, and I start to get itchy when I start to channel. I did a reading earlier, so freaking on point. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I post daily on my stories, and I posted a recap of today's reading on my stories, and it was so freaking on point. You guys got to go check it out. I know my content that I post on my feed is different than like what I do on the daily. So if you guys don't know, I do post on my stories daily on Instagram. I'm a normal person. I do not only focus on celebrities, you guys. I just so happen to be connected to Hollywood and channel for the celebrities because I don't know, that's just, I'm a channel, so I can tune in and to that channel of Hollywood and give you the channelings for what is happening. But it's very funny because a lot of people think that all I do is celebrity stuff and just watch celebrity stuff and celebrity all day every day. And I actually batch film. So I actually sit down one day for a week for like 1 to 2 hours, and I film all my videos at once, and then I have the rest of the week off. So I only work about 1 to 2 hours a week doing the videos, and then the videos are centered mostly on the celebrity channelings, but then like on my stories I'll be like at the park, or like I'll be at an event, or I'll be doing different things that people think like, you don't do anything, you just sit here and like do celebrity stuff. I'm like, no, I actually have a life. I just happen to batch film, and then all my content goes out. Like I post one video a day, and so it seems like that's all I do. But you guys aren't following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because I post all my stories over there. But right now we're doing a collective message from the alien deck, the Mystic Martian deck, to see what is going on with the collective. So we started off with the Men in Black, which is what we're going through right now with the files. And with everything coming out, right, this is what's going on. We've got, again, Disclosure Day coming up, which both, you know, Men in Black had the aliens and everything. So, stalking, intimidation, and confrontation. That's what we're going through as a collective right now, with everybody waking up and seeing what's going on, right? Then we got the Merkaba card, which is, Merkaba is a time traveling tool that you can use during meditation, so you can travel to your desired timeline. And I was saying that we're ancient souls and we are time travelers. Okay, so movement, long distance travel, and excitement. And I actually have 2 trips coming up. I am going to Vegas and I'm going to Puerto Rico. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I have been getting called to the homeland. I have been getting called back for so long. I haven't been back since 2017, since my cousin passed right before the hurricane. So I'm very, very excited to go back, and I can't wait to get all the downloads. I'm going to Vegas first, so I'm definitely going to be having, and I'm going to go to the Grand Canyon, bitch. So I am definitely going to have some alien activity and upgrades in Vegas, and then I'm off to Puerto Rico. I'm so freaking excited. So anyway, we got crop circle. So make sure you guys are looking for the messages. And we're going to see what aliens are with us right now. There we go. Oh, we've got the short grays, you guys. We've got the short grays. Timid, misunderstood, and shy. Okay. So are some of you feeling like this? Now, I know that everybody thinks like the grays, the grays or the short grays, the tall grays, the tall whites, the draconian, the reptilian, like they're all bad, right? Everybody thinks like that's like bad, but it's not. They're just different frequencies, different vibrations. And on top of that, we are mixed. Our DNA is mixed with, you know, we have a reptilian brain. We have that in our DNA as well. So that is also part of us. Like the way that we have been living is very reptilian like. Okay, so we have to remember that we are also a part of that. It's not just like just Hollywood is like these, you know, whatever, reptilians, draconian, and they're so evil and whatever. It's like we also have that DNA in us. And so what is our job is to overcome those reptilian brain qualities about us that are going to value, you know, maybe money or lower vibrational frequency things over higher vibrational frequency things. So it's all part of the journey and the plan. All right. Who else? Whoop. I knew it. I said this yesterday. Hold on. Okay. The Lyrans. The Lyrans, which are like the lions, the cats, lion family. The Lyrans are with us. I said this yesterday to one of the close friends on Instagram. I said the Lyrans must be with us, and here they are. Confirmation. Strength, courage, and bravery. And that is what we're doing right now. We're having strength. We're being courageous. We're being brave. We are, you know, exposing everything, speaking out, calling people out, bringing out that lion energy, lion, Leo, confidence, okay? All of that. Beautiful. So it looks like that's what's going on right now with the Mystic Martian deck with the aliens. Cool. If anybody wants me to do a donation-based reading, let me know. You guys can send a donation to, are we allowed to say it on here? Do they like flag that? So the CA, am I allowed to say and is Alex Serves. But yeah, I've been doing donation-based readings, and pretty much you just send whatever you want, and then I'll just do a little mini reading on you. But right now I have the alien deck, I've got the fairies, and I've got cosmic messages. I just watched your video on Instagram. I'm so sad about it. Are you talking about the one that I just posted today? How do you send it? Well, if you have a Cash App or Venmo. Are you allowed to say that on here? I don't know if they flag you for saying those. It's Alex Serves. And then you just send it and skip over. On Venmo, it'll ask you for the last 4 digits. Just skip over it. Obviously, you'll see my picture. Yeah, you can say it. Okay. Hi, guys. Okay, while we do that, let's see what the fairies have to say. What's the other part? Oh, I said if it asks you for my last 4 digits, just skip over it because you'll see my picture. Alex serves. That's me. You'll see that it's me. Oh, yeah, the one about Bad Bunny. I know. Everybody's upset about that. But I mean, it's obvious, guys. Like, I don't think anybody should be surprised. All right, let's see, fairies. What do we got? Ooh, friendship. I love that. Okay, you guys, we need to talk for real, though. Let's talk about it. So fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. So, friendship. How are you guys doing in the friendship department? Okay, because as a collective, we just left the year of the snake and moving into the year of the horse. So a lot of snakes expose themselves, and some of them may have been in your own friendship groups. So I feel like a lot of us are going through friendship breakups. Me personally, I ended friendships with people. Like, I ended my friendship with my best friend of 24 years. So yeah, there's been a lot going on friendship wise. I'm doing bad at friendships, but I can feel my soul tribe slowly coming. Exactly. So friendship and families too. So here's the thing. So we are moving into this era now, this time where we cannot align with people who are not of our same DNA makeup. And now that doesn't mean like DNA, like your family, like your physical family or whatever. I'm talking about like your soul DNA. So we have our DNA codes and we have a soul family. And so if you are aware, awakened, conscious, and you have had your DNA codes activated, you are now not going to be able to really associate, hang out with, date, or surround yourself with people who are not in alignment with you, because now is the time that everything is really amplified because we shifted into this time of just energy. Energy is currency. So where money used to be currency and these material things were of value and worth and currency and all these things, it is now purely just energy. So you are not going to want to waste your time with people, friends, or family that are not in alignment with you, because it is literally just a waste of your time. You are going to end these friendships with people who are not in alignment with you, who do not live in the same world that you do, in the same dimension that you do, in the same frequency that you do, because it's time to move on. Okay, so this is the split that we've been talking about, the old earth and the new earth, the 3D to the 5D, the rapture, if you will, you're left behind. It's like, yes, people will be left behind, including our friends, including our family from the past, who chose not to ascend, who chose not to awaken, who chose not to evolve, who chose to stay stuck in their shit. Those people have been left behind. Okay. And so you may have been experiencing friendship breakups because of that, and I'm one of those people. So this is just a collective reading. So I personally have gone through friendship breakups and the last few months, and it's like a best friend who had since I was 14. But then it's like I realized we have nothing in common anymore. We're not in alignment. We do not view the world the same. We just have, there's literally nothing. There's no substance. And so it gets to a point where you're like, you have to choose your own values and morals and what you want out of a friendship more than just time. Like, just because the fact that we've been best friends since we were 14, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be substance and accountability, and there's not. So there will be a lot of friendship breakups, or there have been a lot of friendship breakups happening these last few months due to what's going on astrologically as well. Let's see what else the fairies have to say. yeah, I do readings. If you guys want a personal reading, you guys can book on my site. And right now I'm just doing like a collective reading. If you guys want me to do like a little mini reading on here, you guys can send a donation to Alex Serves on Cash App or Venmo. But right now I'm just doing like a general collective reading with the decks that I grabbed. I just finished the alien reading, and now we're doing the fairies. Ooh, healing. Yes, that's what we're doing, right? We are healing through this. Now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. Yes, it is time to heal, okay? And this is something that I said in my reading earlier, is that the brain does not know the difference between reality and imagination. So, wow, those are so cute. So you have to make sure that you are rewiring your brain and you are telling yourself the story of the outcome that you want, even if it's not the outcome you have right now, okay? Because the reason things are the way they are right now is because you keep repeating the same story of it's not happening. What I want isn't happening. Why isn't it happening? And so you are putting forth energy into the thing that is not happening. Therefore, the universe thinks that you really enjoy not having this thing. And so it's going to keep prolonging the process because you're putting so much energy into focusing into the fact that you don't have it. So where energy goes, energy flows. So you need to make sure that you are shifting your energy and focusing on what you do have. And then more things will multiply. That's how energy works, okay? So when you are healing, you have to remember that if you are replaying the story of trauma in your head that has happened to you in the past, your brain doesn't know the difference between the fact that you're just reliving the trauma in your head versus if you're reliving the trauma in person. So your body is now reliving this trauma. So then you get sick. And yes, the body keeps score. So you get sick and these things keep happening because you are still in that, playing that in your head. So make sure that you are rewiring the story, rewriting the story in your head and rewiring your brain. And remember that you can heal. And it's not like a never ending journey. Like, yes, it is a never ending journey. You're always going to constantly be growing and evolving, but you don't have to always be like in healing mode. Like, I think I was going through like my healing mode in the last few years. You know, I did my plant medicine, I did my ayahuasca and my mushrooms and my this and my that. And I did a lot of healing, okay, in the last few years, a lot of work. You guys have seen my journey. But now it's time to like play and have fun and put what you've learned to action. You don't always have to be in just like, I need to keep healing and I need to keep digging deeper and like, you know, and eventually you're going to get to a point where you're like, I think I'm kind of done with like the healing journey. I think I've learned enough to like apply what I've learned and not keep having to get going deep. And sometimes those moments will come up where you do want to go on a journey and you're like, I really want to go in deep and see like what is coming up. But for me, because I dedicated my life to it, like I quit my job in 2022 and just dedicated my life to healing, to the journey, to growing, to evolving, I've been able to speed up the process because I don't have any distractions, like a regular job. I don't have a partner. I don't have kids. I don't have anything distracting me. So I invested all of my time and energy into myself and growing and learning. And so I've been able to speed up the process. And I did a lot of shadow work and I worked on that. So it's not going to happen overnight, but the more that you keep working at it, you eventually are going to get to a place where you don't feel like you need to heal anymore. It's kind of like when you go through a breakup and you don't feel the need to like be sad about this person anymore. You don't think about this person anymore. And one day you just forget that this person ever existed. That's what healing is all about. And you just keep taking it day by day until you get to that point where you don't even remember their name. All right, so that's what we're doing right now, going through that healing era after, you know, letting go of past friendships that no longer served us, but we have so much coming our way because we are shifting into that timeline. All right, next we got Tree Wisdom. This This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sound it makes. So, tree wisdom. I always say, you are not a tree. You are not stuck. You can move. So remember that. Remember that you have free will. You have autonomy. You are in control of your life. This is not set in stone. Look at how crazy the news is every single day. Every day I wake up and more shit is thrown on us because reality is not fixed. It is fluid. Okay. So nothing is set in stone. And a few years ago, like back in 2022, I have all my videos saying that we live, in a firmament, and that the sun isn't real, and that science isn't real. And I have all these videos, and everybody thought I was crazy. But the point was, this is what I was talking about, that nothing is concrete. Everything is ever changing. It's always ever changing. New studies are constantly coming out. New evidence is constantly coming out. And I know that we live in a quantum realm. Therefore, nothing is 100% set in stone. So you can't really say that anything is 100% factual because, again, reality is not fixed. It is fluid. So it's hard when this is how I believe things are and how I think this reality functions. And a lot of people don't see things through my lens. And so therefore they think I'm crazy. But all right, so that's what the fairies had for us. Cutie, cutie, cutie patooties. I'm born to be a star. Yes, yes, yes. I think you're woke. Every second is from here now, only forward. Okay, next deck I have is the Cosmic Messages. So let's see what the cosmos have to say. Let's see. Oh. Stop pushing against what is. Align with it and move on. So this is exactly what I was just saying, that you are going to probably be having friend or family fallouts or things that you are no longer aligned with. Okay. Don't continue to try to push against it. Like if something ends, let it end. Oh, why am I glitching? If something ends, let it end. Okay. Don't try to force it. Do not beg. You do not chase, you attract. Okay. Remember that. Everything you want wants you. And if it doesn't want you, then it's not meant for you. Period. Like, you are not out here trying to chase validation. You are not out here trying to gain love from others, because that's not what you're here to do. You're here to love yourself. You're here to fill your cup. Okay, so remember that nobody is here to fill your cup. Do not outsource that energy and that self-love. You need to find that within yourself. So if somebody walks away, if a job doesn't work out, if things don't work out, it's for a reason. So stop being upset about it, because it's always pushing you to your highest timeline. Remember that things do not happen to you. They happen for you. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. Even if my mom I have to cut off, even though she just became a widow. I have been in contact with my parents for 4 years, so I don't know if you want advice from me. Open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let the love flow in. This is really about just working on our heart space. I think right now with just, everything going on in the world, it's very easy to want to shut down and to close yourself off and to, I understand. I stay in. I don't want to go out. I don't want to do things, it's like, but I think, 2026 is going to be a really good year for us. As you guys can see, everything is being revealed. it's going to keep getting better. It really is going to keep getting better for us. You guys remember Project 2030? You guys remember the looking glass couldn't see past 2030 because all of humanity was going to awaken? That's already what's happening. So that's why everything since 2020 has been crazy. It needed, everything that has happened since 2020 had to happen for humanity to awaken, okay? So think of 2020 to 2030 as the transition from the 3D to the 5D, okay? We needed something global to happen for everybody to get on one timeline, because we are living so many different lives and we were so disconnected pre-2020 because everybody was living in like their own world and doing their own thing and living the matrix. And then when 2020 happened, it got everybody to have to focus on one thing, and it brought everybody together. And that's really what brought the world together. So it was the great awakening. It was the shift in consciousness. Everybody started waking up then, and we've seen what has happened through the years, and it's going to continue happening because there's a script that has already been written that needs to be exposed. And so the files couldn't have been released when everybody wanted them to be released back then, because the world wasn't ready for what it was in those files. So the conspiracy theorists had to start speaking out so that the normies would start getting these crazy ideas into their consciousness, because the normies were never going to sit here and actually accept that like this could ever be happening. So then the crazy people had to come in and start speaking it out loud and putting it into the collective consciousness. So then, planting the seed. So then once the crazy people started talking about it, the normies now have to start questioning, like, could they really be right? And it's like, no. And then boom, something else gets released. And it's like, and it's like things had to be released like that for the world not to go into a panic. And so same thing is happening with disclosure when it comes to extraterrestrial life. They have to soft disclose all these things because otherwise the world will go into a panic. So it took years of people getting it into the collective consciousness that those files could possibly have all of those horrendous things. And now people are kind of numb to it, because it's been so many years that we've been hearing about it, that now that it gets released, it's like, yeah, well, that's what we expected, right? But like, nobody expected that back in 2000. You know what I'm saying? Nobody expected that. 2012, people started kind of waking up and everybody started having their theories, right? And that's how long it's look at all this coming up, confirmation. That's how long it's taken for humanity to really get onto one timeline. We're still all over the place, but in the grand scheme of things, we are on one timeline where everyone is seeing like, okay, this is what's going on. We all see it. We cannot deny it. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't. It's right in front of our faces. So we still have some more stuff to go, but we are now on the up. We're on the up and up. So though things are going to keep seeming crazy, it's only because we are just finishing out the script. We're just finishing out the script of like this reality that we had to go through. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. And that's something that I was saying in the reading that I did earlier. If you chose to be here for this timeline, for this lifetime, you are very powerful, okay? Like you chose to be here. So you have lived lives before. You signed the contract to be here. You wanted to be here during this awakening, during this shift, because you knew that this was going to be a huge moment in history, not in history of America, not in not in just history of Earth, in history of the cosmos, in history of the universe, in history of the galaxies. Like, do you guys understand that all of these beings that are out there are literally watching us right now? They are watching us, humanity, awaken. They are watching us. Oh, partner, howdy, partner. I love that. Your guides our ancestors, our spirit team, our angels, everyone, our galactic family, they're all out there watching us and are like, holy shit, they did it. Like, this is what they went there to do. We came here to do this. We came here to wake up. We came here to change the story. This is unprecedented times. Like, do you guys understand that this has not been done before? Like, the shit that we are doing as a collective has not been done before. Like, AI, and I don't mean it has been done before because we've been here a million times, but like for this story that we're in right now, like, this has not been done before. And yes, I am a Taurus. What about others who aren't? Like, others who aren't awakened, that's what they chose. They chose, okay, so here's the thing. Let's talk about the timeline with the, like, reptilians. So, we've got these, what we would consider lower vibrational frequency beings, you know? And a lot of people will associate that with, like, the Draconians, the reptilians, the Anunnaki, whatever. The point is that let's say there's these lower entities, and a lot of those entities are now residing in celebrities' bodies, okay? So now these entities, before this, like, let's call this a play. Let's say that we're in a play right now. Before this play started, this loop of time of humanity that we're in right now, these entities were casted off, right? Like, this is your last chance. Because these entities have taken over other planets, okay? Like, I've lived on a planet before where they came in and it was like Avatar. It was like they destroyed the planet with fire. They were like fire-breathing dragons and they destroyed the planet. I was living on a water planet. I was like Luca from Disney. And I saw it during my QHHT session, my hypnosis. I saw myself being killed by one of them. They were choking me to death. And I always had issues with fear of being, like, dying by suffocation. I was born with my umbilical cord around my neck. They had to revive me. I was, like, dead when I was born. And I've always had issues with, like, thinking that I'm going to die by suffocation. And so now I understood why. Once I did my hypnosis session and I saw myself being choked to death by a reptilian with, like, ooh, horn for confirmation. I saw myself being choked to death by this reptilian with long black nails. And the baby came out with an album cover or a photo shoot dressed as a reptilian with black nails. And when I saw that, I was like, dude, that's literally what I saw during my hypnosis. So I saw myself being choked to death by one of these things. And so this made me understand, like, why I have such an issue in this lifetime with, you know, being choked. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's true. So that hypnosis session is up on my YouTube if anybody wants to see it. But, so once those beings had one last chance to try to take over another planet, and that's where Earth comes in. So Earth then becomes the prison planet, right? Everybody knows that Earth is a prison planet, and we've got these chains around Earth, and we're locked here, and we're in these loops. So what I saw when I did ayahuasca is that we are stuck in a loop. Humanity is stuck in a loop of self-destruction. And I saw that we were going through this loop, like, I saw it 6 times. So we've gone through it 6 times. And that goes back to, like, Atlantis and Lemuria and all these, you know, and the mud flood, Tartaria, like all these things, right? We've been wiped out. We keep coming back and we get wiped out. We play new roles and new characters. So we have lost the battle quite a few times. So what happened with Atlantis is we had this advanced technology. We all should have been working together to come together. But what is the similar thing that is happening here is what happened with Atlantis, was that the powerful people, you know, took over everything and then ran it to the ground, essentially, because that's usually what happens. So we kept having to come back and do it again and do it again and do it again. And now here we are. Now, the difference is that we had a spiritual war. We had a spiritual war with these beings versus, humanity. And this spiritual war we had in the late 90s, or right before the 90s. So I've talked about Project Looking Glass. Do you guys know what Project Looking Glass is? I need to know if people know about Project Looking Glass. So I have, posted, or I did lives about Project Looking Glass. It is up on my my lives, TikTok lives, up on my YouTube and in my podcast. So okay, so most people do know about Project Looking Glass. A few people don't. Okay, so Project Looking Glass is so back in time, there was the land of Samaria, and there were the Sumerians there, and there were 6-dimensional beings that came and visited the Sumerians, and they left them the Looking Glass. The Looking Glass is like a crystal that can see future timelines. So these beings came visit. This is a true story, by the way, because, and you'll see how we get to how we find out that this is true. So the Sumerians had this crystal that could see the future, and these beings left the Sumerians this crystal so that they could prepare for war for when they were going to be attacked. The problem is that I guess they weren't able to alert the masses fast enough, and so they got wiped out. So the Sumerians get wiped out, right? Now, these lands, hold on, let me see. Sumeria, located in the southernmost most part of the Mesopotamia between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, was the world's first earliest known civilization, emerging during the Catholic and early Bronze Ages, flourishing between the 5th and 4th millennium BC. Sumeria's founded cities. Okay, and then it goes into, so what is Sumeria today? Sumeria is Iraq today. Okay, so Sumeria is right by Iraq. Okay, so this is where this comes in. So back then, this crystal, the Looking Glass, is left in the lands of Sumeria. In the 80s, the U.S. military goes to Iraq and finds the Looking Glass. Okay? So the U.S. military found the Looking Glass in Iraq. And actually, they didn't actually find it on their own. It actually was preserved. We actually stole it. So I'm pretty sure that the military found it, but you know how we find land. So that's pretty much what happened. They were preserving the Looking Glass, and then like somehow they got a hold of it. So the US military gets a hold of it and then passes it on to like their heads, their people that are in charge. Well, the people that are in charge don't know how to get this Looking Glass to work, because this Looking Glass is ancient technology, which means that you need to have at least a fourth dimensional being in front of it, which means that it had to have like a light worker, like a starseed, like somebody who came in with a mission to help awaken the masses. Now, if you guys have heard of Dolores Cannon talks about the 3 ways of volunteers. So what I think is that those people that were in the military probably volunteered to come, their soul volunteered to come to find this Looking Glass, to then give it to the government, and then this awakening would start happening. So because nobody in the higher ups could figure out how to get this Looking Glass to turn on, they had to find someone that could activate it. And they were able to find somebody in the military who was at that vibration that could trigger it. So then the Looking Glass activates, and the Looking Glass then is able to see future timelines. So this is where everything then starts happening in the 90s, because now the government has a crystal ball that can now see future timelines. So what they would do is like put in scenarios for the collective, to see the probabilities of the timelines happening. This is all in the CIA documents. You guys can look up Project Looking Glass, okay? So they start putting in future timelines to see how will the collective react to these timelines. And that's where everything starts getting crazy. So because I didn't tell you guys this part. Humanity lost a spiritual war in the 80s in that time. Because why? Because they started seeing the timelines, and they started seeing what they could throw to humanity so that they could be richer. and so that they could be more in control. So what happens in the 90s? It gets very consumer based, very materialistic. We go very much into capitalism. We go into consumerism, crazy malls. Okay, you guys, I'm sure you guys dream of mall world. Okay, remember in the 90s, malls were very big. Everybody was fighting over Black Friday. We get the credit cards. We get credit score. We get we get the cloning introduced to us. Dolly, the sheep. So many timelines start getting thrown our way in the 90s. Then the 2000 hits. Everybody thought that everything was going to collapse with 2000 hitting. Nothing really happened, right? That's when they're playing around with a lot of stuff like the cloning. Britney Spears then dies in 2001 in the car accident. They bring her back, right? So they start playing a lot with the public. Tabloids, boom, TMZ comes out, which, by the way, TMZ, who's their first story? Paris Hilton. That bitch is literally everywhere, okay? So that's when they start playing with the public through the media. Why? Because this Project Looking Glass, like this Looking Glass, can see all the timelines, and so they know what they can throw at the public and how it's going to play out. So now you guys see in the files that they have been doing this for a very long time. They talk about the cloning, they talk about the science experiment essentially with cloning, they talk about everything that's been going on with you guys already know. So this is great for them, right? Except for the fact that the Looking Glass cannot see past 2030. So that's where they lose their shit, because what do you mean? So they've got 40 years that they can pretty much have a free-for-all, right? So from the 90s, from 1990 to now, they've been just doing whatever the fuck they wanted. But now everything is coming to a halt because the Looking Glass cannot see past 2030. Why? Because by 2030, all of humanity will have awakened. So that is why everything is coming out as quickly and as much as everything is coming out, because everyone has to wake up by 2030, because that is what the Looking Glass said. The Looking Glass cannot see past 2030 because all of humanity will awaken by then. And then we will officially have been shifted into this new Earth 5D thing. And so hopefully we're going to have actual legit alien disclosure, and they're going to introduce themselves to us by 2030. They say 2027 is supposed to be the year. We're supposed to have soft disclosure this year and full on disclosure 2027, but we'll see. We're still waiting. But what I believe is happening with the celebrities is soft disclosure. So what I believe happened, we already have won. So this is why these stories are all coming out, is because we've already won. So remember in 2012, they turned on the Hadron Collider. And so what happens? We get the Mandela effects start coming. We've got the Mandela effects with the Britney Spears skirt. We've got, obviously Nelson Mandela, did he die, did he not? So all of these things start happening. Why? Because they are creating timelines with the Hadron Collider. CERN. Sorry, for those of you who guys don't know what the Hadron Collider is, it's CERN. So that's been happening since, 2012. And you guys know everything that's happened since 2020. And now here we are. So it is quite a journey. It really has been quite the journey. But what is happening now so what I think happened, if you guys see my pinned video about the calendar, is that I believe in 2020, we all shifted, just like the Mayans said that the world would end in 2020. In 2012, well, because the time has been fucked with and calendars have been changed. You guys already know I talked about the Ethiopian calendar versus the Gregorian calendar. Because time has been so fucked with, we don't really know when was 2012, when was whatever. But the point is that humanity all shifted in 2020. And I think that we are in essentially a parallel universe. So not only did we fuck around with CERN and, fucked with the timelines, we also have a quantum computer with Google creating a wormhole. So Google created the wormhole with the quantum computer. So we are essentially living in the episode of Joan is Awful. Okay, so this is a multiverse. And if you guys haven't watched Joan is Awful on Netflix, first of all, if you haven't watched the Miley Cyrus episode of Black Mirror, like, what are you doing? Watch that, and then also watch Joan is Awful. That's essentially what our life is, okay? We are in a quantum realm. So that is why things are seeming so crazy, because nothing is really real. And so these celebrities, they have come here with a contract to help humanity awaken. So right now, though my videos may seem like everything is so scary and awful and everybody's like dead and or they've got demons inside them or whatever, the point is that is the point of this journey, is for us to stop worshiping these celebrities, stop wanting to become them, because they're telling us, hey, so when you want to become famous, rich, famous, and a celebrity, you will sell your soul. And you will be in a contract. And this contract, like, hello? Your soul is in it for a very long time until somehow you can get out of it, okay? But Marilyn's soul had been lingering around for a very long time, trying to get out of her contract, which got passed to Britney, which got passed to Dolly Parton, which got past, like, all these women all have this Marilyn gene, because remember, Marilyn was the first sex kitten, MK Ultra sex kitten, okay? So they say Britney is her 16th cousin. No, Britney is made from her DNA. So Britney, I believe, was created just to be a product of the industry. That is why her parents and her family do not care about her. That is why they give her things away. I have a video coming about that. But they do not care, because she was literally created to be a product for the industry. And that's what I think about a lot of these people in the industry, and especially if they're connected to Disney. I personally think Disney is an alien experiment. I genuinely think that Disney is ran by aliens. But I think all of Hollywood is ran by aliens, because, again, the point is that all eyes are on them. Why? Because all of the world is a stage. All of the world is a stage. Why? Because we need a stage to look at, so that when disclosure happens, we're all looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're bringing attention to themselves with the things that they do and how they are, because that's how disclosure is going to happen. We have to see this in this weird progression, and we're living in a movie. We're literally living in a movie. And when I did shrooms back in 2021, this is before any of the Files stuff had come out, before the Island stuff had come out, and I was on shrooms and I saw it. I saw Disney, I saw the kids, I saw the Island, I saw everything, and I didn't know anything that was going on, and I was bawling my eyes out, asking, Disney, what did you do? Disney, what did you do? I don't know what you did, but you fucked up. You fucked up. I recorded myself. I am crying because I can see all of the kids. All of these kids, I can see all of them. And then the Files come out. And then the Disney stuff. And I made a video about the Disney stuff. They fucking took it down. I mean, it's crazy. I had no idea. I was like, I don't know what is happening. And then all of a sudden, boom, everything gets released. Okay, guys, we're coming up on an hour. I said I would be on live for an hour. Amanda Bynes has reached out to me. She's still in a conservatorship. You need to tell me more about this, because I believe that she definitely is still in a conservatorship for sure, because I have posted videos about her, and her handler is her boyfriend, and she's always crying out for help through those videos. You can tell 100% she's crying out for help, that she is being handled. Oh, I run justice for Britney. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, wait, that's not to me. What do you think about Ally Carter? There's a bunch of videos. Some look late. I don't really know much about Ally Carter. I think I saw on YouTube last night, like, Ally Carter addresses the Files, but I don't know. I don't ever watch her. I don't know. I haven't watched her stuff. Thank you, Matthew. Yep, the partner. Orlando Brown, he's legit. Oh, the download I got yesterday. The download I got yesterday was Bill Cosby allegedly did stuff to Raven. That's what I saw. Bill Cosby and Raven. And not only Raven, a lot of kids, because I got the download about chocolate pudding. And then I was like, chocolate pudding? And then I was like, Bill Cosby. And then I saw Raven. And then I look up Bill Cosby chocolate pudding. And then I see that in the 90s, he was the spokesperson for Jell-O pudding pops. And all of his commercials are with little kids. And he has these innuendos in there where he's like, yeah, and your mechanic is all revved up because it's so rich and creamy. And he's saying this to children while like licking the pudding pop and being like, and it's greenlit by mom. It's mom approved. And it's like all these innuendos that this man is saying to these kids. And these kids are like, yeah, rich and creamy. And it's mom approved. And it's like, you guys, like they have been grooming and doing this for so long. And so it's like, I get the download right away. I look up, boom, there it is, confirmation. It's crazy how instantaneous these downloads come in. And now you guys, I'm sure you guys are seeing so many people doing my content. Are you not? I get so many tags. So many videos sent to me. Oh my God, look, they're saying what you say. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I was talking about this 4 years ago and I was getting bullied every day for it. And now everybody's copying my content and acting like I don't exist. They all just act like they've never heard of me, even though I've been the one talking about this forever. And they all want to act like they don't know who I am. Like, I just came up with this on my own. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, you can. I'm not saying I'm the only person who's had these downloads. I'm just saying that I'm the one who's been talking about it forever and getting harassed and banned for it. And now everybody's doing the same content. So it's funny. How'd you connect to spirit? I'm trying to get on your level. Ayahuasca. Yes, ayahuasca definitely helps. So definitely my plant medicine. I started off like with weed and then, I shouldn't have said that. Hopefully that doesn't give me anything, but I started off with that and then I went on to mushrooms and then I did ayahuasca and I've done Cambo Bufo and, so on. And then I work a lot, with everything that's listed in my school. If you guys don't know, I do have a school that's going to have all the spiritual, tools that are going to help you to get to this. So I break it all down in my school. I go over sage and crystals and plant medicine. And then we go into like manifestation. Here, let me look it up here so I could tell you everything that's listed in my school. It's on alexharris.com on my site. And you can also book a reading there if you guys want to book a reading. So let me tell you. Okay, so we've got sage crystals, plant medicine, meditation, breath work, spirit guides, and daily rituals, energy, auras, and chakras, manifestation, quantum jumping and frequency, shadow work, dreams, symbols, and psychic abilities, protection, discernment, and spiritual boundaries, past lives, soul contracts, and karmic cycles. And then we have an integration episode. So if you guys are interested in that, it is up on my site. You can do it at your own pace. It is videos. So once you get in, you have access to it and you watch the video, and it is I deep dive each subject and I give you my own personal story with it and experience, because I have experienced all of these things and worked with them. And then I give you homework to do, and you just have to be ready to do it though, because this is not for this is not for someone who is just trying to do whatever, which you have to really be committed to want to learn, to want to grow, to want to evolve, and to want to change and to do the work. Because once you start working with this stuff, it's very real. It's kind of like a Harry Potter, like a Hogwarts. So you're going to start seeing the magic in your life, and you're going to start seeing a lot of changes happen. And you just have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for your matrix to fall apart. You have to be ready for people to exit the picture. You have to be ready for things to happen because, you're changing your reality. And so things have to fall apart, essentially, for new things to come together. Does any of this affect your faith with God? Affect faith with God? I mean, not to me. What do you think of the Netflix series, The OA? Oh, that was canceled. Oh my God, The OA is so good. I was literally dancing in my room earlier and I felt like Britney Spears. and like the OA, because I genuinely think that Britney Spears dance moves are like the OA. I think that she is trying to communicate with other people and jump into another reality through her dance moves. I really do. When I made videos about it back in the day, when I was like, you guys ever notice that Britney Spears dance moves are giving the OA? You have to be okay with letting go. I am making movement in my life. Yes. I was wearing your merch yesterday. Oh my God. Thank you. I don't really have any merch up anymore on my site. I just have like more like accessories. I have my calendar. If you guys haven't checked it out, my calendar is up there with my artwork. My calendar is up, and then I have like a mug. I have like a mug, and I have a phone case cover and a backpack. I took my merch down. Like my clothes, I mean. Oh my gosh. Did you see Selena's trending again? About what? Selena's always trending. I tell you, she brings the people in. The OA is a show on Netflix. It's really good. Oh my God, you guys. I have literally been getting so many compliments about my hair, and I'm so grateful because honestly, like you guys, okay, if you guys go watch my story, I think that's from 2024. I was having a rough year, you know, with 2023, 2024. I mean, my hair was stringy and straw. Like, it was looking so freaking rough, y'all. It was falling apart, and it's because I was going through the transition, but I have been manifesting my hair back to health. It used to be so nice, like pre-2020. Like, if you guys have never seen my serving skits, they're on Alex Serves. My hair was gorgeous. And I ended up getting COVID, and then, you know, all this shit happened, and my hair went through it. And then I started going, I literally had to go start seeing, Jesus Christ, I had to start go seeing a hairdresser here, and she just really helped bring, and I mean, I just go for a haircut. I dye my own hair, but, you know, just having like a professional work on your hair, it really, really does help. And yeah, we just brought it back to life. I've been doing like I do scalp massages with like, you know, my like Florida water or my like little witchy oils and stuff. And then I do positive affirmations, or I'll dance around with positive affirmation music and massage my scalp. And yeah, I do that every time before I wash my hair, and look at how beautiful my hair has been. And this is like day 3 since I washed it, by the way, so you can say it's a little dirty, but like, yeah, y'all, I literally have nursed it back to health. I'm so grateful. I'm so proud of us. So proud of us. Yes, I did that shit. Okay, guys. It's been an hour. I said I wasn't going to stay on longer than an hour. It absolutely does. I took my hairstylist course. I don't do it much now, but yeah. Have you seen Blink Twice? Yes. Is that the one with Channing Tatum? That was crazy. I also watched Him, which I haven't done yeah, that was crazy. Blink Twice. I was not ready for that. I did not know when I was watching it, but somebody was like, "Oh my God, you have to watch Blink Twice," and then I was like, "Oh, crazy." Fly Me to the Moon is good too. Oh, I think I've seen Fly Me to the Moon. Let's see. Yes. Yep. You guys, Fly Me to the Moon. Yes, another good one. I mean, I've done videos of, you know, movies and stuff that you guys should check out, but obviously I haven't had time to do all of them. But yes, Mother. I love Mother so much. Mother is one of my faves, and you know, a lot of people don't get it. Dum-dums. So good. When am I going to do another live? Girl, I don't know. I was banned on live from IG for like... Hello? Oh, it says live will end in 5 minutes. It literally now is telling me that live is going to end in 5 minutes. What the hell? I was banned on live on IG for like a year and a half, and I just got it back. So then I forget that I can go live. I used to go live all the time, but it is so draining when you go live. Like, I don't know these people that go live all the time. Godspeed, because I mean, I love the ASMR ones, but they be going on live forever. forever. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm tired. This should be taking a toll on you. Let's see. I had a dream where everything was chaos on the street, and a ship appeared in the sky with white, very white light, and these ships somehow left me some USB. Listen, I've been having ship dreams too. I have a lot to tell you on Brittany. Well, I think Brittany is dead, so I genuinely don't care whatever you're gonna say about Brittany, to be honest, Matthew. I genuinely think she's dead. I just saw a short of Selena putting lipstick on, and the way her lips moved were weird. What's your take on Candace Owens? She just popped up. She's alive. Her clones, maybe. Have you any dreams about Callie and the Cakes? No. Candace Owens. So interesting. Candace Owens recently was talking about how her and Charlie used to astral project, and that she talked about like the special school, or like, you know, when you're in school and you're like, they're, you know, testing you because they know that you're like gifted or whatever. She was like, I guess, talking about that. And how they used to be like tested, and that I guess when Charlie would like run by lights, they would turn off, and that his adrenal glands or whatever were going off. And she was like talking to Erica, and she was like, if you knew that his adrenal glands were going off, then you knew that he was being psychically attacked. So like Candace Owens literally was just talking about all this stuff that's like in the CIA files, like, yeah, like Gateway or whatever, like was literally talking about all that shit. So that's good. But I think like she's also part, like I just think everybody's like a part. They all playing their role, you know what I'm saying. I heard that in the video. Yeah, so that's my take on that. It's so crazy to hear her talking about this. Yeah, I don't really know her lore. I don't watch her, but I heard that she like flipped, right? Like she flipped after he died or something because he was questioning things, and then so she started questioning. I don't know. Did she flip before this? Like, I don't know. She's a conspiracy theorist, though, isn't she? Or like a conspiracy theorist. What's her agenda? Candace controlled opposition for sure. Yeah, she's a politician. Yeah, she started putting two and two together after his death. I think it's all planned. I think it's all, everybody's just playing a role. She's not controlled. I like her, but something rubs me the wrong way, like my discernment. Yeah, I think she's a plant. She's gonna like make a video about me. You think I'm a plant? Yeah, the fact that you're even paying attention to me tells me you're a plant. The fuck are you talking to me for? I think she's made videos about people before that have like called her out on stuff. So it's giving scripted. Yeah, it's giving plant. Girl, shut up. The fuck? Did y'all hear about El Paso? No. She's too obsessed with the Erica narrative. Okay, the Erica narrative is giving like Candace was in love with Charlie. Okay? It's giving Candace was in love with Charlie. Like, Erica doesn't care about Charlie that much as Candace does. Like, Erica's over here like, woo, I'm in charge of Turning Point USA. So I mentioned in today's video that Lady Gaga was a fame-seeking hoe, and so is Erica Kirk. And she is. Erica Kirk was like, she wanted to be an Amazing Race. She was like a Miss America or whatever. She was like a music video. She was, wasn't she in like a CIA video about something? So it's sort of, the bitch she just want to be famous, I guess. And so she's doing whatever she needs to do to get to the top. Where's the proof they even had kids? I don't even know. Like, do we think he's really dead? Do you guys remember when I posted the video about him in the coffin, and I said that those hands were fake, like those are not real dead hands? I got attacked. I lost 1,000 followers that day on Instagram because I said that those hands were fake and that was a fake photo. Everybody attacked me, but now everybody sees, like, I was right again. But it's like, do we think he's alive somewhere? Because I don't know, it's getting fake. I mean, as somebody who did go to school to study special effects makeup, it is giving fake. Like the whole gunshot, the whole scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was giving like what I did in makeup school. So, gotta be honest, I think he's alive somewhere. I've been having romantic dreams about a popular influencer every night for the past 5 days. I don't know. Are you watching him a lot? Or her? His teeth change so often. He's alive. Candace is playing her part. Thank you. Yeah, he's hanging out with Tupac. I mean, I do not believe he's dead. Okay. Erica has no emotion, and so it's like, did you ever love him, or is he just still alive? Because it's not like a real reaction from someone who loses their husband and the father of their children. So it's giving he's still alive, or she just never gave a fuck about him. Yeah, was it ever a real marriage or relationship? I don't think so. I think it was definitely a setup. I think that she was his handlers, actually. I don't know his lore. I don't know their lore. But from what I've seen, I think that wasn't he just like some guy who just like preached right-wing shit and then like was he like on a podcast and then he started going to campuses? Like, how did Turning Point USA even start? Is that his thing? I don't know. I don't know the lore here. But I do think that they were like, hey, this guy's a dum-dum. Let's get him. And then they have this whole setup. Like, I think that him and Erica was set up, and giving him a platform is set up, and him going to campuses is set up. Like, this whole thing was just a whole setup. You know what I'm saying? And if he's alive, then they definitely just paid him a lot of money, and then just like, hey, go into hiding, stay out of the public eye. And when somebody thinks somebody's dead, they're not going to be out here looking for him. So he's probably just out in public, just a normal person. Nobody even really realizes that he's right there. Yeah, because of the dreams, I've been thinking about him, but maybe it's not that deep, just because of infatuation. I mean, I don't know. You gotta figure it out. Oh, my back. Yeah, this is what happens, you guys. I don't know how these people be going live for hours. There are photos of him in Brazil. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I don't think you know who else I don't think really is dead? Lisa Left Eye from TLC. I gotta be honest. I think that her documentary, what's the documentary? Documentary. Oh, The Last Days of Left Eye. I generally think that bitch is alive in another country. Because if you guys have watched her documentary, like, how did she record her own... She supposedly recorded her own death. So in the documentary, she like gets into a car accident. It's so funny that it's always a car accident, right? So she gets into a car accident, and then like that's it. And that's like in the documentary. But the whole lead up to that is her essentially saying she doesn't want to be in the industry, and that she would move to this like third world country if she could. And so it's giving like she set up her own fake death so that she could live in a third world country. Genuinely, I've never thought that Lisa Left Eye is actually dead. I've always thought that she's still alive somewhere. I'm like, this bitch is hiding somewhere. I just know it. I do not think she's dead. What's your take on what they did to Britney? Which part? I've already talked about it. I always wonder how Gina Cooney is doing lives for so many hours too. Oh my God, and that girl, she ain't got... That girl has no meat on her bones. How does she do it? How does she do it? What is she running on? Literally fumes. Yeah, thank you. She really be going live for hours. I love watching people live, but it gets exhausting. I don't know how they do it. It's because she's sitting on a big comfy couch. big comfy couch. I know. When I sit, oh yeah, the way you are, my back hurts. That's true. People like, you guys have seen like the people who like sleep. Let me unplug this. Who sleep on live. Oh, let's see if I can. Let's go back. People who sleep on live, like people just watch them sleep. You guys, what do you guys think is going on with Whoa Vicky? So do you guys remember that Whoa Vicky actually was exposing stuff a while back? Do you guys remember? I mean, obviously besides her, I'm pretty sure she's like exposed like her own shit, but do you guys remember that she said she had been invited to like those parties, like the Diddy parties? Do you guys remember that? She said that they had been like wanting her to sign these contracts and she wouldn't do it. And like all this stuff, and now they've trafficked the girl. They've literally sent her off into another country, and she is like, she's literally drugged up over there. Like she's, my nose is so itchy because like every time I channel, I get the witch's itch. But the why is to start? Oh, okay. I genuinely, she's in Miami now. They've brought her back to the States. Oh, thank God. Is she still with those guys though? She's never alone now. I believe Natalie Nunn had something to do with her. That's so crazy because I just talked about Natalie Nunn in my Carrie Underwood video. I said that Carrie Underwood looked like Natalie Nunn. But yes, Natalie Nunn is known to be a trafficker. She do be doing that. That's what her whole like baddies thing is about. Doesn't she own that or something? Yes, and where is Whoa Vicky's mother? Like, why are we asking? Because all of these mothers love to give them away, to sell them away. But seriously, like, does anybody know? So who is she with now? Is she still just with men? Oh, Zeus. That's what you guys are saying. Is that, oh, Zeus is the network, right? And the boxer, where is he? And she was live the other day with some guys. Dude, she's literally being trafficked for real. And like, why is nobody doing anything? Like, we can't do anything. Like, we don't know what the fuck to do. But we're the people that are supposed to be taking care of her. Yeah, why can't anybody like go get her? Like, why is she's still with those people? And then she'll go live. It's like she's being held hostage on live and no one is doing anything about it. Like, no one is doing anything about it. And she's just like held hostage with these guys. And like, if you guys notice, Amanda Bynes, always with men. Britney Spears was always with men. All of these girls are just like, Selena Gomez will be surrounded by men when she goes out with Benny Blanco. You'll see Miley Cyrus with her guy and men. There's always men around all of these people, all of these girls. And nobody thinks that's strange. Like, it's normal that they're just hanging out with all these men. Like, you guys think all these girls want to just be hanging out with these men? Obviously not. There's obviously something going on. Even Britney has said it in her captions. They always put her with male dancers. And she got annoyed by it. She was annoyed that she always had to dance with men. Her music videos always with men. She's like, Jesus Christ. Like, they just always put me with men. And every time I see Amanda Bynes, she's with a man. Her Instagram, she just changed it recently. But I took a screenshot because her Instagram was all photos with a man. And it wasn't like the same man. It's always like her bestie or her boyfriend or her friend. But it's always a man. And I'm like, this girl's sending a message because every photo here is just with a man. She's never with a girl. Sometimes she'll be with a girl, but for the most time, she's with a man. So I was thinking about Whoa Vicky the other day and I'm like, that poor girl, she must be coming to me because why did I start thinking about her and now I'm talking about her? But people say she's in Miami, so at least she's back in the States. But can somebody like, check on her because she was speaking out and then she fucking got trafficked. That's crazy. It's crazy the things we see right in our freaking face. Right in our faces. Anyway, you guys, this was so much fun. It was so much fun catching up with you guys. I should definitely try to go live more often. I know I say that all the time. But make sure you guys check out my school and get a reading. It's all up on my site. Check out my merch. Oh, she stopped talking about God too. Oh, she was like super into Jesus Christ. She really was. She really was. Because she got scared, dude. She got so scared from the shit she was seeing that she got super religious. And then they fucking took her. That's great. That's crazy, you guys. Do you remember her albino friend? No. Oh, I don't. Thank you for sharing and caring. Thank you guys. I have to get off, because if not, I'll just keep talking all night, y'all. I'll just keep yapping on. You guys know me. But don't worry, you guys. We've got more videos coming. Lots of more videos coming. And yeah, just be on the lookout. I post at least one video a day. I don't know. I'm not trying to post more because I feel like I oversaturate the system. I'd be posting too much. But I know that people will be like, yeah, I love it. As many as I'll post, people will take, but no. They were low-key trafficking Scotty. Oh, I don't know who that is. Scotty too. She was trapped because they took her passport. Oh my God. We'd be like, oh, actually those syringes remind me of that 3 nights ago, I had a dream. So James Van Der Beek died yesterday, right, from Dawson's Creek. The night before, I had a dream that I was sitting on a dock by the water, like Dawson's Creek, talking to a guy who had a syringe. And he squirted the syringe, and it had like food or something in it. He squirted onto my pants, and it got on my knee. And I was yelling at him, and I went behind a wall, and I was yelling at him like, this is what you always do, da da da. And then he squirted the syringe, and it went all over my clothes. And I was like, oh my God. But like, that makes me wonder, was that James Van Der Beek? Like, because I was on the other side of the wall. So I feel like he visited me before he left. Like, before he died, he visited me. That he was going to go on the other side, essentially. That's crazy. Oh my God. This person keeps fucking sending me a request to join my live. Get the fuck out of here. You're annoying me. Why did he die? He had cancer. Oh my God. He was my regular. He was your regular? Like, where? Another video about your clocks on the wall. My clocks are still on the wall, and they are still in a weird position that I did not put them up, and they are still frozen in time since that day. Very weird. Whole Foods. Wow. That's crazy. I'm like, is he still alive? You can turn it off so no one can request. Yeah, that's what I just did right now. Don't show for 10 minutes, because I'm like, leave me alone. No means no. Anyways. Okay, well, anyway, I did not end up doing any donation-based readings, but that's okay. I ended up doing the collective reading. That was fun. And then we got into it. So that was fun, you guys. Maybe I'll save this and put it on something like I used to. But I did a good little breakdown. I broke everything down. And hopefully you guys learned something. Yay! All right, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.